We go. Hello, everybody. Hey. Yeah.
Hey.
Night. You good? Looked like you were sniffling something. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to expose you. I didn't mean to put you on blast.
On live TV.
Before we put you on blast, let's go ahead and start with the intro. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Justin. Hello?
You have superiority, bro.
And
I already went first.
you did? I didn't.
Hey, you didn't hear me?
I did not hear you.
What is up with this mic? Anyway, yeah.
And watching or listening to episode 449 of DangIT Prodcast. Welcome back, everybody. I think you just beat on that mic a little bit too much. It's also probably aging. It's probably aging too.
You know what? Hold on. Also, I'm like, every time I see all these podcasts, they're like, "Woo, you gotta be up on the mic." So I'm like, okay, right up on the mic. But if I'm up on it, it's too much. So I'm like, I gotta space myself.
All right.
Dumb.
Oh,
I don't
no.
understand.
you
Does this mess with the pop?
you just batted off the dead cat like it was nothing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna see if it messes with like, what do they call it? Plosives, where you're doing like the stuff like that.
Papa. I don't know. I think the Blue Yeti that you have, it has been showing age, especially mine. Mine just kind of stays in the back, but it could still be kind of used. It just sounds a little tinny these days. It's like a weird audio buzz that you hear nowadays. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
well,
I don't know what it is. I think like OBS, like, cause I was looking at a clip of the stream the other day, right? And I was like, hello. I didn't hear anything too crazy, but I'm like, compared to other audios, yeah, it's not the crispiest.
Yeah,
it's crackle like there's bacon in the background.
I do say though that OBS and like different filters like really help revitalize those mics. In fact, boost them quite a bit too. I'm using a lot of that too.
I was hoping that maybe I don't know if the Discord would add on that, or maybe I would have to do Nitro to do that. Who knows? I'll figure all that stuff out.
Yeah, for sure.
How's your Saturday?
Saturday's been good. Mark, how's yours?
Been good so far.
Good. Nye and I, we were watching the Demon Slayer premiere, which they do tell you ahead of time, just not in the movie theater, that it's pretty much a theatrical release of like I think the last 2 or 3 episodes of the Entertainment District, and they show like at least I think 1 episode of Swordsmith Village. And that's it.
So you get to see an early episode.
Essentially, yeah. Just being played like at a movie length, if you will.
They made it a special feature.
Yeah, which
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, but I couldn't help but feel it, and also it's because of the fact that I haven't seen like Demon Slayer in a little bit since then. It did feel a little like weird.
How so?
And I think it was all also part of the fact that I knew that Aniyah hasn't really been keeping up with like the series, so I couldn't help but feel like.
Did he at least watch season 2? Did you actually not? Bruh.
It's
anyway, no,
it was
but
interesting.
Like the episodes
You must have felt so lost.
I mean, it wasn't horrible. The only thing I was probably asked questions about was like Tengen himself.
Oh,
yeah. Even like during the credits.
He's a good guy.
Like during the credits, that was the end of the entertainment thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was just showing like pictures of them, and I noticed that like I guess he was just younger at some point or whatever, and then it just shows him like.
Oh yeah.
I was like, is that how he got his wives? He was just like.
And then it was an immediate affirmative yes.
He's actually really good to all of them. He's actually like a very nice person.
Yeah, no, he's definitely cool people with that.
Yeah, and I couldn't help but feel like Aniyah was really out of place when like all of that stuff popped off. It also didn't really help that like one of the last episodes of that arc was really the 2 siblings, the demon siblings, just having like their whole history be splurged out. And I felt yes, it is super tragic, but it was dragging a lot.
Yeah,
which works as an episode, not a movie.
Yes,
Premiere.
Hold on. I have seen this though. It was around the time where Gabe was still here, and he was just watching a bunch of random what's his face animes and stuff. I think that's when we watched that one Crunchyroll anime that was like fucking Spice Girls. I don't know what it was.
Spice
it was
Girls.
High Guardian Spice.
Spice Girls. No,
Yeah, it
it's
was
Spice Girls.
I think it was
High
like
Guardian Spice, the original one.
Yeah, that one, yeah, it's booty. But also,
Yeah, I heard it's terrible.
yeah, and we were watching that fight because I do remember that scene where Upper Six or whatever was talking to Tanjiro, and like the flame and everything just looked completely different. It's like the same media contrast you see in Gumball, where it's like a 2D character, and then here's like a 3D thing going on. Because that flame was not drawn. It wasn't drawn. To be honest, it's just something I rewatched again. Because even then, I didn't watch everything of the Entertainment District. Like I never.
Yeah.
Like what's the last thing? Like the last thing I remember watching of Demon Slayer was season 1. That was it.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Season 2 cranked it up.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, so it's the shonen, shonen stuff, So I don't think I can kind of grasp where everything kind of went. Real difference is that, like, of course, I like it's just about how they play the characters. Like, I like Inosuke.
Oh yeah, I love Inosuke.
But yeah, I don't know.
Plus, I mean that fight scenes animation is just oh
yeah, no, I think that's what it is. The thing with Demon Slayer, as far as I feel about it, it's a solid series. Nothing too crazy, except for what I really appreciate about Tanjiro being like a really nice character.
I would also say a lot of their villains are very sympathetic.
They had like a little sympathy to it, and like that's what works with Tanjiro because he's such a nice guy. He's at least trying to understand why this feeling is like, why is it going the way it is for everybody.
How did they end up here?
Yeah, because like the way that the shit that's going on with Nezuko, he's trying to change that, and then knowing that all these demons were made because of whatever bubblegum gave them or something.
Bubblegum?
What the?
I forgot his name. I don't know his name. I forgot what it was. Bubuchi or some shit, right?
Muzan?
Muzan, yeah. Michael Jackson?
Muzan, what? Do you guys remember? What's his last name?
I think that is his last name.
I don't remember it. Wait, what's his first name? I forgot. My bad.
Yeah.
Muzan.
Something with a B, right?
No, it's Muzan.
Oh, Muzan, his full name. His name is Muzan something that starts with a B.
I believe it's a K, actually.
Did it have a Kusabuchi or something like that?
It's like I think it's like I think it's like Kuritsuchi or something like that.
Oh, Suji. That's what it is. There's a B in there. Anyway,
I'm gonna be honest. A lot of the names confuse me.
Bruh, sometimes I forgot Tanjiro's last name. I just like his first name.
Not Nosuke.
Yeah, Nosuke. Oh, he's a winner, so he's okay. Gamaguchi Pachiro, whatever he calls him. Hey,
isn't his name Tanjiro Kamada?
Something like that, yeah.
Kamada or Kamado?
Kamado, I think.
I don't know. Then again, it's fine. I don't know. But yeah, Demon Slayer as it's in of itself is just like a solid shonen.
Oh, it's very solid.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think damper comes from. I mean, to be honest, it kind of just feels like it's confirmed, or I think the creator said it. All the elemental effects are just effects; they're not actual things going on in the series.
Let me enjoy it. Let me enjoy it.
I'm not the one who like put it out there. It was just like I noticed.
Yeah, but you're the one who's putting it out here.
You gotta accept it, dog. It's not like you can't enjoy it either way. Come on.
Yeah, but you're putting it out here.
Come on. Get out of here with all that. I still enjoyed it knowing that.
My immersion.
You're leaving the ice on the floor without kicking it under the fridge. That's what you're doing.
It's trifling. It's a crazy analogy.
But it's true.
It was during the fight with one of the siblings. The girl was talking about when her ribbons were getting cut. She was saying it's as if something's burning them off and stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
what I'm seeing is it actually being burned off. But the wording says otherwise. I don't know. It was just something I noticed. And I was like, is it confirmed?
I think it's
confirmed.
oh yeah, it's supposed to be a physical. It's supposed to be a representation of the power and the style.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. That's fun. Yeah. So,
And I mean,
good.
there's been I mean, the characters have all been really good. I mean, everyone, and I mean as well. Like, yeah, I thought Rengoku was an amazing character.
Oh yeah. All very likable people.
And
Then
all of a
speaking
sudden
of
they're
that,
gone. What happened?
Dude,
oh yeah, don't
Rengoku,
get attached too much.
that's heartbreaking.
You like a character, pack it up because he's about to leave.
Back it.
And then also speaking of that, because I'm also thinking that in the same one with this new episode for the was it the Swordsmith Village?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, ready for
People
that?
people gonna die.
Yeah, it's like for real though. Damn shame.
It's like red flags all over.
What is it? Mugen Train, and then we got Lucky barely with freaking upper six in the entertainment district, and he's the weakest of the uppers. So
I mean, the one that Rengoku fought was like number 2.
Oh, we actually saw it.
He's
It
number
was
3.
number 3. Yeah, he's 3.
He's like 2 or
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah, Gara's number 3.
Yeah,
Akaza.
yeah.
Sorry, what?
His name is Akaza.
That looks like Gara to me. I don't care what you say. But
Honestly,
yeah.
though, I remember I was curious, so I did look into his story. Honestly, he's like he's like the nicest of them all. If you look into the actual thing of it, it's like, man, this guy is actually somewhat like honorable.
Yeah, maybe honorable is the best thing to say.
Oh, because I wonder all that mess. He felt like they even said in the show he was mad angsty like during that whole convo that they were having with
True.
Muzan and the other uppers or whatever.
Yeah. Well, whoever's left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not exactly job security.
Yeah.
Smacking number 2 around. I'm like, why?
I gotta bring that up. So after we see all of Entertainment District, we jump into Swordsmith and they have the meeting. After which, like, you know, one of the upper 6 has been killed. So, what was that?
Like when you brought that up, the meeting, all I think of is that one woman he has that plays that makes the rooms all come up like ding 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 ding.
Oh yeah, oh that's what you were doing. I thought you were saying like you're right. I was like, what was I right about? But no, I had to kind of voice like what Aniyah was feeling because we were watching like that whole setup of the Infinity Castle, and it was just like shot per shot, like zoom ins, pans. They like really like went in on just panning like through everything. Everything was so dramatic.
I imagine Aniyah would be like, I'm gonna throw up.
It was just annoying.
He's like, I'm getting motion sick.
It was like Michael Bay directed an anime without explosions. It just kept doing.
Well, it's not Michael Bay then.
It was weird. Yeah, it was just Michael. It didn't have the Bay yet. It was crazy because like the way he was just everywhere. It was like doom doom doom. The intro, and then like they would have a stinger. It would go black, and I'm like, bruh, like this ain't interesting.
It's very dramatic though.
It was very dramatic, right? It was like extra, you know. But it felt like man. You know.
I think what was funny about it was like it's kind of setting up the scenes like, all right, so this is gonna be a meeting. The boss tells you to close the door behind you, and then you have to make it super like intense.
I mean, I'm pretty sure every meeting with that man is intense.
Probably, yeah.
He had a lot of angst too because he was all.
If you sneeze wrong, he's gonna kill you. If you sneeze wrong, he'll probably kill you.
Yeah.
Man, I just wonder because you know you're always trying to find like the how to say like the reasoning or like the logic behind like why haven't the uppers or everybody like just decimated all the demon slayers just yet?
True.
Damn, like the gap of strength looks crazy.
Right.
Isn't it? Like, to be honest, I kind of forgot. Hold on, because villain speech. Blah blah blah. Muzan was talking about his ultimate goal of keeping things like steady and the same, i.e., permanence. like change and stuff like that. But like, I'm just thinking, bruh, the way y'all are, look how hard they are struggling. What is keeping y'all from doing it? Because they're like, even the Demon Slayers are saying like, bro, we're losing bad power. We're losing it.
Well, I think maybe it's a thing of food.
I guess food, yeah.
They can't.
I guess.
Yeah, they can't hunt unless it's at night. So there's
How many
that.
hours a night do you need to get a snack? It's crazy. I feel like they could just roll up anywhere they want. They kind of did that to Tanjiro's joint. Left what's
True.
alive. I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, what is he trying to keep the same? Is he trying to keep like some progression of demons, or like have them overtake easier, or is he trying to figure out how can they survive in the sunlight? Is he trying to figure that kind of science out?
That would.
Cars, the ultimate.
I think that would be the ultimatum, but right now I think he just tries to suppress the Demon Slayer corpse, like in general. That's his focus.
In general,
Because apparently it's been taking a whole like century, to like keep things the same, but all of a sudden, like whole century passes and something happens.
Well, I mean that that they've been showing off Yoruichi.
a character named Yoruichi that isn't from Bleach.
Yeah, I believe his name was Yori. It's either Yoruichi or Yoriichi, who was I believe he was one of the very first demon slayers, and I believe he legit, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, they always show him like Muzan's terrified of him.
Oh yeah. I think they do a lot of visual representation in the opening. And it's like, that guy.
I'm pretty sure Yoriichi almost killed him.
So it's like, that's why it's so fixated on making sure that like something like that never happens.
Okay, so that does make sense. All right, so there's more to it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
as is the shonen nature.
Which is why you see in Tanjiro's little moment at the end before he beheads one of the siblings, like that scar he got on his head. Yoriichi has the same one.
Hmm. Ah, okay. Pieces are lining up. Kingdom Hearts status. I see it
like,
now.
whoa, hold on. Okay.
Oh yeah, 91 questions on that.
Hold on.
And I said, hold on, there's layers to this. It gets deeper.
No, because based on I only seen a little bit, right? So, Koichi is this guy who's a part of the Demon Slayers still?
No, he has passed away.
He's passed away. Okay, and because of that, he's trying to keep stuff like that from happening.
Well, yeah, because
he doesn't want another Yoichi. He doesn't want another Yoichi, right? Okay, so why don't they just mob deep on the Demon Slayers now, and they continue their research? So easy when I think about it.
I don't necessarily know if that's why, because like I said, I know the series from where it is right now, and I know some events in between, and I know the ending, but I don't know everything.
Yeah, I think at some point, I remember I got curious one day, and I just looked at the last chapter of Demon Slayer. I was like, I don't know what the context is, but it looks like
just blind. Last page. Let's see.
Honestly, Demon Slayer told the story it wanted to tell, and left it at that. And I think that's respectable. It's like, okay, because I feel like if they wanted to, oh my god, they could have kept this going for a while.
Yeah, most of the time I figured.
Like with breathing styles, especially. Oh my god, you could have milked that so hard.
Yeah, I'll probably binge it actually. It is a shonen Jump.
I mean, the box set's available at the bookstores if you want to buy it.
Yeah, that's crazy too.
Oh,
keep in mind some of the covers definitely have spoilers on them.
I mean, it is what it is.
legit one character holding a weapon where it's like, oh well, that's spoiled.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. For the premiere itself, right? Because I started going off on like annoying frames. It was bugging the hell out of me. But
okay.
I don't know. In the episode itself, it wasn't like horrible. It was interesting that they have like a system to keep the Swordsmith village secret.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, them having like a system of carriers and a system of
crows.
Well, yeah, they got it because like as you know, like if the village's identity was like immediately out there, it'd be flattened and destroyed by now.
Yeah, like I couldn't when we were out of the theater, I couldn't help but think about that in the sense that like the only things that are keeping the demons at bay are these like swords people. So why not go for the swords? But they can't find it.
Have you seen those people when you break one of their swords?
Oh, I thought that was just like the one person. And I think I understand. I think I understand why he's so aggressive towards Tanjiro.
I mean, from what remember, there was the other one. We had the other guy, and he had once he found out what happened, he reacted the exact same way.
This is true.
So
Also,
I'm like, clearly this is a pattern of behavior.
and I also figured out like everybody in the Swordsmith wear a mask. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they wear the Tengu masks.
I was like, that's actually pretty smart too.
Goofy faces. Yeah, I don't know. That is pretty interesting. What's there? Aang.
God knows how long it took to get Tundra all the way over.
Yeah, bet. Hold on, wait. I'm trying to remember her name. Her pillar. She's like the pillar of love. The new Hashirama.
Oh, the love Hashira?
Hashira. Oops. What is it?
Bro, that love breathing? What?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know what the heck that's going to look like.
We'll find
also,
out.
Very popular.
Yeah. Right, and then also the mist.
Oh yeah, the mist Hashira.
Hashira. Okay, I was gonna say Hiroshima again.
Hiroshima.
Yeah.
Hashirama.
Anyway,
I'll do with you later.
That's crazy. The movie. It was a decent episode. It's like I think very very much of what I've seen before of Demon Slayer. So they have like a good little funny pattern. They have a little intro pattern, like very shonen stuff, right? But like in the vein of what Demon Slayer does, it was nice.
I like that.
If I'm not mistaken, the strongest Hashira is Gyome.
The what?
Gyome.
One that cries a lot?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. Yeah, I remember him.
I believe it's stated, yeah, he's the strongest.
Whoa.
I kind of figured he was the strongest. He just looked like...
But he's a brick house, bro.
Yeah, and then all that crying all the time from how much weight he has to carry on everybody is crazy.
I actually feel like that's legit.
Might be it. Like the burden
I think he does genuinely feel bad for people. That's why he's always crying.
Yeah, he's kind of like Tanjiro, but like...
Just amp it up a little bit. Right? Just amp it up a little bit.
And eat like, nothing but whey protein.
Is it rice? Like, what did they eat
rice,
over there to stay fed?
Rice and protein shakes.
Oh, that's pretty great. Yeah, yeah, no, it's a pretty solid episode. The Pillar of Love, she's an interesting person. She just joined the... I just want to say Hashirama all the time.
Hashirama!
Oh.
I'll deal with you later. Oh.
Hey. More time. Hashihara.
Hashihara?
They're just called Harashis, right?
They're called Hashiras.
Hashiras.
Why is it so weird?
Isn't that weird? Hashira.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I can make that distinction.
I keep thinking of Hashirama.
Hashirama!
I just keep adding the ma. That's what it is.
You just keep every time you say that, I imagine like everyone just sees Madara's face, like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh man, anime's tough. But for the most part, yeah. I mean, it's a solid episode.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of like whatever. I keep forgetting her name actually. But she was talking to a couple of funny scenes in there. She mentioned a weapon to Tanjiro.
Yeah.
She was all up in his business, and then he tried to keep it together, and he had a nosebleed because even one of the other like the cleanup corpse lady was like, "Oh, he's so nice," you know what I mean? Started falling for him. Demon Slayer Riz, I'm pretty sure kids will call it.
Riz. Kamado Riz Zero.
It's like that's it. Oh man, remind me of TikToks. Yeah, it wasn't. It was funny. It was a funny scene. It was a nice little episode.
Like how he tried to like bond with that one dude with a mohawk. He was trying so hard.
He tried.
Oh, bro should. Like he really hopped up in there and like Crow had to cover his business too.
Crow had to cover the business.
Yeah, but I mean that mohawk dude's gonna be an interesting guy. I want to see what his deal is. Because in the by the way, in the intro.
Oh, the long mohawk?
The new opening? Yeah. Yo, he has a gun.
Yeah, that's a spoiler. That's a spoiler I was talking about.
Oh yeah. We were just joking about like what if they just Demon Corpse just had a Glock on them?
Yeah, he uses Nichiren bullets.
That's cool. Honestly, like, why not?
That's not all he can do though. He's got probably the most he's got the most unique ability of all the Slayers, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, when it's a projectile.
Talk about like a whole like
Oh, no.
turnaround.
Oh no, it doesn't involve projectiles.
I think a bullet's a projectile, right?
Oh yeah, a bullet is. I'm just saying his ability.
Oh, his ability. Oh, his ability to pull the trigger. I don't know.
It's cat breathing.
Yes, cat breathing.
I could DM you and I if you want to know.
Nah, I'll look into it. But like, what the heck? Cat breathing? That'd be crazy.
That's Cap.
Yeah, chamber breathing. I don't know.
No, it's like.
And you know the wind Hashira is his brother.
And they mentioned that, and they were like, "Why aren't they talking about that? Like, they don't make it public or whatever." So they're thinking.
Oh yeah, they don't feel the need to say, "Hey, we're brothers."
Right. So there's something going on over there.
Even though you could look at them and clearly see they're brothers.
Yeah, like straight up, same eyes and just mean demeanor.
As your eyes, demeanor.
Yeah,
scar.
One's more stoic. Yeah, one's a little bit more stoic. One with the mohawk is like just meaner, and the other dude looks like a lunatic because he's always smiling. As far as I seen, he is a lunatic. He stabbed Nezuko. That was crazy.
He was just very not trusting.
Yeah,
very expressive.
It's not like it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that was very interesting stuff on how he did it. Yes.
My thing was the fact that like he jumps into that same examination as Tanjiro, has a whole time skip. This dude's swole and shredded, and we look at Tanjiro like, what happened?
Good boy. Yeah, when you stay good boy, you don't need to get buffed to get stronger.
This is true.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, the gun that he's carrying around is a sawed-off pistol grip double barrel shotgun.
He has his own way of fighting.
So that's legit. He's legit holding a fucking sawed-off shotgun all the time.
Give me that baby. It's crazy.
My swords are gone buying on options.
Dude, if you were to pull both triggers on a double barrel shotgun, that shit is gonna break your arm.
Yeah, he probably got swole for this.
Just for that.
Yeah, right? Just to keep the recoil.
Dude, he's doing it with a pistol grip, so there's nothing even on his shoulder. That's all hand.
That's crazy. Shoulder game is crazy. Think. I don't know if there's anything else I can really add to it.
I would like to add that the premiere of this ends out in the episode where Tanjiro sees the Mist dude talking to a kid, and right behind the kid is what we think was Yoriichi, or just like someone he knows. And I just kind of made one and one together in the sense that like he looks just like Tanjiro's dad, so he probably is Tanjiro's dad, but it's different. And they show that, they show that in the sense that like Tanjiro has this dream while he's in the hospital for 2 months, mind you. And
I mean, after what he went through,
this poor dude literally just passes out for a good like month or so, and he has to wake up and do it all over.
He did have a sickle through his mouth.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What was interesting about the dream was the fact that like Tanjiro like has this dream about someone who looks like probably his dad, who looks exactly like him, and right next to him is the guy who looks like how he envisions like his dad before he passed, but turns out to be an entirely separate person. And the fact that like he has the mark, and like Tanjiro's not affiliated in that type of blood, but still has the scar on him, so it's like interesting.
Yeah, they're not related.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
Somehow got passed down to him.
I think it's from the technique.
Mm-hmm. Technique.
Yeah, because to be honest, because he never had that until he started training.
Mm-hmm.
But like, oh man, that's confusing. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Because correlated by blood. They have the same kind of tattoo. That means something, because when Tanjiro was getting ready to behead the upper six, freaking Scar got bigger. He went Kaioken.
He got the same mark as Yoriichi.
Went Kaioken, and then also calling out, I guess if it's not too obvious, upper one straight up just has the getup of Yoichi. So same person.
Oh, did you see Upper One?
Yeah, you get to see
Yeah,
upper
they showed
one.
him in the
All of
premiere.
them actually.
All of them
I know.
eyes too.
They're not the same person exactly, but I know who he is.
Yeah,
Oh
okay.
my god, they're not the same person, but they got the same hairstyle. Oh my goodness, they're breaking cardinal rules in Shonen.
It's
And
true.
it's weird.
Nope. It should be pretty obvious.
Or is that you're eating something too? What the hell are you doing, Mark?
That should be fair. You could probably guess right now, and I'd say, yeah, you're right.
Anyway, wait, so hold on, because same hairstyle,
Mm-hmm.
same voice, because they showed a dream that he was talking to
It
Tanjiro's
was pretty
dad.
similar, yeah.
Same dude. Less like he's like twin brother or doppelganger. I don't know.
Yes.
First one was right.
Man,
He has a good set of eyes. Plural.
No, they're
is he
brothers.
the only? Is he like the most interesting out of the uppers? And because he's the strongest too. But like, is he able to walk in daytime? Have a daytime pill?
Probably
Like, what's going
not,
on?
I don't think.
He's ridiculously strong, and the first thing you said was right.
He has a daytime pill.
No, they're brothers.
The brothers.
Oh.
Am I spoiling myself, or am I just guessing? I mean, I'm just throwing to the wall and see what sticks. But
Mark just
I
confirmed
mean,
it.
hey, yeah, okay. So now we just gotta figure out the line of thinking.
The family
where how
line
did
here.
Tanjiro?
And
How
he
did
could
Tanjiro?
never beat Yoichi.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna throw this out here. What if it wasn't Tanjiro's dad holding him? It was just his brother. I was holding Tanjiro in the flashback. He's like, man, she just had a baby. So he looks just like Tanjiro, so figure that's his dad, right? Straight up Tanjiro. He just has a
That'll be
stronger
explained in due
forehead.
time.
He has a stronger forehead.
I think
Explain the forehead.
I mean, I could say everything, but I shouldn't.
he also has his mouth full, so he probably shouldn't say anything.
All right, well, okay, yeah. Look, because I keep expanding on these different kind of trees and everything, but overall, decent. It was a nice little premiere.
Yeah.
It's a good series. It honestly is. Honestly, they're not. Honestly, they're not as much demons as much as they are like vampires or ghouls.
Kind of like that, yeah. More
they kind
vampire.
of just use a word that doesn't. Yeah, they just
Like
use
they don't
like
like.
a word that fits it.
Yeah, it's just a word that fits them, but I don't feel like that's actually what they necessarily are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just kind of ran with the concept and gave a name for it.
It's the same concept when I think of what they mentioned with chakra. Because chakra itself, like real life, like variables as far as like what is stretched liberally in Naruto.
Isn't chakra similar to chi?
That's what I thought too, right? Yeah.
Like, yeah, and that's the same thing. But like the way that chi and chakra is used is very different. Because even in the show of Naruto, what chakras actually are just called gates, and then they made them different and added a different one. They added 8 gates. There's just supposed to be 7 chakra pools and all that other stuff as the actual practice or whatever, right? But instead of just making them the spirals, like which are points in the body, they just made it the actual energy force in the series. So it's just something taken liberally and stretched out. Like, hey, I ran out of chakra. What do you mean you ran out of chakra? So circle in my gut. Like, but anyway, yeah, stuff like that.
I got options.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense if you think about it in terms of chakra as a power source.
Yeah, but like there's 7 of them in actuality. Like I said, they just took that liberally and made it something in and of itself.
It's interesting to see people's takes on like that, like as an artist or as a writer, and just trying to like meld things together.
You find a way to make it work.
Yeah, because
like same things with like even with vampires. Like you guys made a good point of saying like they're more like vampires than what we assume to be demons, but then demons,
because Vampire Slayer doesn't.
Vampires and demons.
Honestly, Vampire Slayer could have been a thing.
They could have been, but it's like, the Demon Slayer Corps aren't really like a group of samurai per se, but they all use blades. In fact, they actually have samurais in the show, but they're not part of the Demon Slayer Corps.
They're very much samurai.
Yeah, like, right? So it's like samurai meets vampire. That's interesting. I don't think that really lines up.
Samurai vampire hunters.
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and the only distinction, which could probably be 2 basic ones, right? Samurais being appointed to be protected for, like, being protectors for, like, what? Wasn't it the Shogun?
Something like
protect
that.
the Shogun, the daimyo. I'm pretty sure, or something like that. And also, they learned the way of Bushido. So
Hmm.
their way of sword play is way different than what samurais do. So that's why they're their own
Which is
section of
kendo.
thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're just like kendo and then breathing. So
A lot of breathing.
a lot of exhale. Yeah.
I mean, Bushido is the samurai code.
Hmm.
That's the way of the samurai. That's what Bushido is.
Yeah. Yeah, they got all that going on. So their way of thinking is different than the way of the Demon Corps. What else? That's about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what is going on. What the heck else?
Oh, the opening. It's good. I don't see why people are complaining about it. Maybe
What
it's
were they
not.
complaining about?
They're just saying it wasn't as good as entertainment, which is valid, but also like it's different.
La 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 la.
It's a damn song. Yeah.
I mean, the second opening was a banger.
It was whoa. Even though like the theatrics of like what was going on there wasn't the main focal point of that arc. It's the entertainment district, but it's just a place that gets wrecked.
The Crunchyroll Awards were this morning.
Were they?
Yeah.
Damn.
At like 4:40
Heard about the awards.
a.m.
Oh my god. That's why I missed it.
I was watching it with some friends because I woke up at 4 by coincidence. I was like, oh, hey, I'm up on time.
It happens.
Oh.
We watched it, and I mean...
How'd you feel?
I mean, it was
So
expected.
robbed.
Some stuff was expected for, like...
A popularity contest?
Well, yeah. It's like, because, like,
actually, I can look it up.
You saw Demon Slayer's Entertainment District and Attack on Titan take home a lot of awards, but...
Sure.
But...
Demo.
Anime of the year was a huge surprise. Everyone's like, watch the Attack on Titan or Demon Slayer. And it was Saikuno and Valkyrie who announced it. By the way, Saikuno was stiff as a board. That man was nervous.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And this was in Tokyo, by the way. They were presenting it in Tokyo.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
Okay.
No wonder he's so nervous.
And it was Edge Runners.
Oh. Saikuno really wanted to go to your place.
Huh.
I really want to stay at your place. I really want to stay at your house.
That's interesting.
But the fact that Cyberpunk won Game of the Year, I mean, not Game of the Year, blah, blah, blah. It won Anime of the Year. It's deserved. It was really good.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was very depressing though.
Very depressing, but very good.
And I like ReZero.
I know you like some really depressing shit.
But that one was one of those that just sat with you. And I think that's the point. I think it makes you think a little bit more than your average show. As far as the characters and their impact.
Spoiled the show in the intro. Kind of like this is gonna be a downer. That's how it ended. It ended the intro showed the ending. Like a cat in the head, and I was like, wow. I was just like, wow, I wonder where this is going. I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed Edge Runners. Then again, I haven't watched enough anime to kind of give like nominees or whatever a fair chance. So who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. If anything, what I thought was interesting because even from the basic clips I would see, was it Mob Psycho this past year?
They didn't count fall and winter this year. That's next year.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
that's why. Because otherwise, people were like, "Where's the Bochi sweep?"
I mean, like, man.
They'll get the chance.
Bochi swept at the Annie Trends Awards. Bochi won a lot.
It was deserved.
And it won the Annie Trends Anime of the Year, I believe.
Mm.
All right. That sounds too crazy.
But in the Crunchyroll Awards, Cyberpunk took that home.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at their article right now as far as like the reflections there. So yeah, I see.
And again, I don't know.
Anime.
Yeah, right. Because I saw it on Twitter too, and it was like they won it, and I was like, oh, that's nice. It's a good series. And I think was it One Piece won longest running?
I called that. I was like, as soon as I saw One Piece pop up, I'm like, well, that's it.
I'm not gonna lie.
There's literally only one other anime that can compete.
Yeah, I don't know what other animes are still ongoing like that.
Except for Conan. Or Detective Conan.
Conan, Detective Conan. Hey, that's crazy.
Well, actually, that's interesting. That doesn't
Heck,
get
Mark?
counted there.
Yeah, but I mean,
What's happening? What's happening? What happened?
man, he said it in the Discord messenger.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
I swear, dog. What was I trying to say? I don't know. I really don't. I really don't.
What's happening?
I don't, maybe I
Oh
should
my
try to
god,
get.
what is happening? Oh my god.
Tell me that is not true.
I was trying to think of the.
I'm just looking at the thumbnail.
Oh,
Yeah,
play it to see you see why.
that's actually pretty funny. What was I gonna say? I thought about probably putting more interest back in the award shows. I guess mainly because just to have a conversation and try to see the dynamic. But you know, I don't think I'd ever do.
It's true.
It really is.
I probably.
It really is true.
What was it? What am I trying to say? Try to keep on tabs with like things I'm actually involved in now. The only thing I don't know if I would probably have like the best input in. Probably be like, the streamer awards are happening too.
I have.
Oh, the
Yeah, I
streamer
don't.
awards.
I guess I wouldn't have input either on that.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, the only input I would even have is
Where's Senna?
Yeah.
no, not that actually. Oh no, because she tried doing the
Cap breathing.
the cap breathing stop. She tried getting enough votes for herself with the Rising Star, I believe.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
I know that Wubby's I'm pretty sure it's his wife. Like he says that he'll say that it's not, but he's on other podcasts. He'll always say my wife. I was like, yeah, it's his wife. His wife is in the most Rising Star, Alex.
I didn't know you actually had a
yes,
wife.
that's his
Then
wife.
again, I don't really know a lot, so.
Yeah, because I don't know. I think like, I mean, then again, I'm like trying to keep a little bit more up to date news on things that are happening with streamers and things that we're doing as content creators ourselves.
That's fair.
Stuff like that. Trying to be a little bit more involved and understand like where a message is going, because there's already some crazy stuff going on with some other big creators. So I'm trying to just keep stuff I understand a little bit more tame. So with the awards, the only one I cared about,
Listen.
the only one I cared about was Miss Mika. Mika, the one who's doing all those crazy
that award for all the shit that she's done.
Yes. I hold on, because I'm trying to think. I feel bad because all the other nominees. I saw like the clips they had. Right? Saw the clips. One thing that's like, if we want to talk about Souls like, the biggest hook of Souls like, as far as like content creators, in my opinion, would be that they're taking on a very known, challenging series and making it entertaining through both like something out of the box, whatever type of mess they do, and or skill. Like there's a speed run. Like I forgot his name. I forgot the other guy's name. I looked at his clip and he was speed running. That was crazy. That was a crazy feat to pull. Yeah, he pulled a crazy feat with that speed run. And I don't the phrase speed run for Souls game is crazy in and of itself. So that is a display of major skill. Major skill. And I believe maybe the other ones too. I forgot. I really forgot, because to be honest, as far as like who I think really deserves Miss Mika, not only is she really skillful at the game, she does it in crazy ways of giving herself a handicap. The first time I saw her with one hand, sock on the other one that she's not using. So she was one handing fighting all these people, and I'm just like, first of all, that ridiculous. Stop. I feel worse when I play the game with both my actual working hands, so I don't know what's going on. And then she even did the dance pad, which I didn't think, like, why is that even a concept? She two-stepping on bosses.
That's like, okay, you get the award. You get the award.
Yeah, that right there was like, I was already done. But she was two-stepping, dog. Then she even went way up. She went way up again. Did the dance pad On top of another controller, she was fighting 2 bosses simultaneously.
She's
What?
cracked.
Oh,
She's in a
I don't
different
know.
plane of
She might be
existence. She's built different.
hold on.
She
might
is
be
a
a bot.
real gamer.
Maybe a robot. Miss Mika 2.0. I don't know what the hell's going on, but like she was moving in all kinds of natural ways, dog. Crazy.
It was
She starts to
wild.
stream early, so I try to get like a glimpse every time before I go to work.
Hmm.
I just be like, oh man, what kind of nonsense she's gonna pull now? And even on the first boss, she had to challenge herself to beat them simultaneously to consider it an actual victory or something.
Oh my
And she
god.
would get most of them right. So I was like, what the? No,
She knows
she's
the ins and
not
outs.
human, man. She's built different. She's built different. It's crazy. Oh,
I'm looking
if
at
she
the
don't get it,
awards.
I'm not.
So am I.
She look.
I'm looking at the
If she,
streamer
all right, so
awards,
she does.
and I went to
If she
just
doesn't
chat.
get it,
Oh
she
my
doesn't
God.
get it. No. Hold on. If she doesn't get it, I don't trust a damn award system ever again. And I already don't
That's
like
fair.
the Grammys.
It's true.
So no.
Dude,
No.
I went to
How?
the just chatting section of the awards. I see because Wubby's in there. I see the picture they gave him, and I clicked on the video they played for him.
Jesus.
I think he made a point about that too.
They
What was
did
Was he the one in the
it
video?
so dirty.
They do. Was he doing some in a green screen suit?
No, it's
That
when
was
they brought a
funny.
lie detector test on.
What was he lying about?
They asked his wife.
Oh, I was just making a joke. Hold on. What are you talking about?
They asked his wife, have you? Because the chat asked this. He said, "Fuck it, I'll ask." He said, "Have you ever pegged Wubby?" She's like, "Yes." And he said, "What?" give it some time. And she's like, the detective's like, "That is true." He said, "That's not true. That is not true."
What the heck? Love the entertainment here. That's
of all the
crazy.
clips? Why would they do
Honestly,
that?
he chose that clip.
That's what they nominated him for. That's actually pretty neat. Funny guy.
It's funny because Hassan was actually saying, "Don't vote for him for best just chatting streamer." He said, "If anything, go vote for Wubby."
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's endorsing
Nice.
Wubby for best just chatting streamer.
Even though he's
Nice.
nominated too, he just doesn't want it.
Yeah.
Because it's between Wubby, Your Rage Gaming, Sanabi, and Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse is another
hold on.
strong category. For another strong competitor in that category.
That's kind of tough because
not
like
know
she's
who that
also
is.
VTuber, so it's like, and that's another different category too.
Oh yeah, she's hilarious.
I'm not sure. Is Iron Mouse? Oh crap! Is a VTuber? What's the color scheme? Does she have like pink going on?
Yeah, it's just pink.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. I know about Your Rage. I remember looking at him too a little bit.
I don't recognize that one.
Yeah,
Pretty
Your
funny.
Rage I'm not too familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
Got a heavy ass accent, that's for sure.
Oh really?
He getting hype in his fucking chat, and he's a nerd. So yeah,
Oh, that's
a cool
good.
thing too.
So for streamer
Also,
of the
matter of
year,
fact,
it's between Jerma, Hassan, Kai, and XQC.
Oh,
I
okay.
think they really gotta go with Kai.
They probably would
I was
at this
listening
point.
and I was listening to a lot of reasoning that came with even though he got jacked off, I still believe that. That's what's funny. But what is it?
Another topic for sure.
I mean, he's against. You gotta straight who he's against though, especially like Jerma and Hassan and XQC. Like those three are very big right now.
I don't recognize
Hold on.
whoever
That's
you just
that's
said.
what I was thinking, right?
Jerma,
I was-
Jerma.
Jerma's a pretty big name.
I actually never heard of that, or maybe I've seen him.
I don't know.
Maybe I've just
That's
seen
the
him.
only one. That's the only one I don't know. I don't know about Germa at all, really. But hear me out with this. To be honest, I was watching Cinna stream, and she's more involved in this stuff. I'm kind of involved with Twitch. Bit space itself, right? As far as like how it affects me, that's what I would usually do. Her reasoning sounded really more like it sounded way more like thorough because she's everybody watches streams more than I do. Really, I just stick to my particulars. I don't stick to who's hot. I just stick to who's ever like.
I go around and just see who I like.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, right, that's what I usually do. And if it happens to tap in, like sometimes I'll get curious and
Let's check out
see
popular
like big
streams.
names.
What
The
was that?
shit
Naya?
with Kai.
Okay.
Way, the way that the way that she broke down how how Kai was as far as being the most deserving of it. Um, gotta give him his props for that. Like the fact that he's all like, first of all, 28 for the whole month of February. I don't think it's the longest subathon, right? But it's just the amount of things going on in a subathon because I think man, I don't know. I don't know. There's even a part where it's like I'm only sleeping as a category, and I get it because you're sleeping and you're getting ready for your next day.
Right, right.
But I don't know. I couldn't stick around with subathons and everything, but he kept having something. Matter of fact, I kept seeing something of his subathon pop up everywhere. So it was just something going on, good and the bad. But it was just like Homeboy was always doing something of like some kind of entertainment. It wasn't just like a bunch of bland mess going around. But
Mhm.
apparently, most subathons they're just usually on their phone or coming up with very lackluster things to do on stream.
That
And
must be
for
tough.
someone like Kai, then also like I think he had a bunch of special guests as well, so he also had that going on.
Whoa. Okay.
So there was always something. Like I think Sky Jackson was on it. That was random. I was like, how? What's she doing here? That was her first stream. She said, she's like, I'm here for my first stream, haha. And I was just like, all right, I gotta go watch this thing and go to work. But other than that, I was just like, that's random stuff, just random star power you can have during your stream. So it was adding to it. So he's always had something. So it seems like he was the most deserving. Because I mean, like what? German. You all right, Mark? You got to take that one because I don't know who that is, and I want you to tell me.
I know very little
no?
about him, but
Sorry, my bad.
I do know somewhat. I just know that he is I'm not too familiar with his content. I just
Hmm.
know that when it comes to Jerma himself, he is a very big household name when it comes to Twitch and stuff that he does.
Huh.
Hmm. Ah, I'm about to check him out then. Uh, but okay, yeah, I'll still be cool with saying Kai deserves it. The amount of work homie put in, so you gotta respect it. And he's actually funny. There are a decent amount of people I do not think are funny, so that's pretty hilarious. Like I think the one of the things that really made it funny was I saw his was it 1 versus 21 or something like that. It was just like him talking to like different girls when they go and talk to. It's like something that KSI is a part of. I forgot what they do. They just sit in the back
Uh.
while one guy talks to like 20 something girls. So
Oh, the Sidemen?
that was. Is that what they are? The Sidemen?
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Yeah. I know who KSI is. But I don't know fucking all these brands. Goddamn.
Yeah, it's kind of getting
But yeah,
confusing.
it was just
The Sidemen are like
yeah, it's
his
getting saturated.
the Sidemen are like his friends who are also UK YouTubers.
Yeah, it's all from the UK. Yeah, it was boy, it was having me laughing. I thought that was funny.
Wait, KSI is very funny.
But yeah,
It's
no,
got that
Kai.
YouTube roots.
Yeah, to be honest, I have no other idea. It's just that the awards stuff like that is pretty cool. But Crunchyroll awards.
Real question
Nice,
about the
man.
Stream
It's not.
Awards. Where's Phil?
Where's
Huh?
Phil?
What are you talking about?
I don't see his name
Hey, what happened?
anywhere.
Did you see best
Oh,
music
he's in,
streamers?
Best
in a
District.
league
Hold
of
on,
his
hold
own.
on, hold on. Let me see.
I would say vote for the obvious choice there.
But yeah,
Are you talking about music or you just said new, right?
music
I said music.
streamers.
Oh yeah, okay.
I never
Obviously
heard
it's Chris
T-Pain.
next door, right? Right?
Yeah, I don't know who T-Pain is, but people talk about him a lot. The love of the stripper? Is that what he's known for? I mean, back him up.
I'm
Back him
alone,
up.
stripper.
There I said we all know we love
Sprung and
T-Pain.
sprung and bounced. I don't want to hear
It is cool
nothing.
that he
But
is
anyway,
just adopted, streaming like
Honestly,
that.
if you watch him when he streams, he's actually really funny.
I'm following him. He's hilarious.
Like I've seen
He's
him
very
stream with
funny.
other people, like with it when he did that question, like that quiz thing with like Mizkif, Wubby, and all of them.
Hmm.
Did?
That was before Mizkif's thing. But oh my god, it was hilarious watching everyone deal with a drunk T-Pain.
Oh, that actually sounds crazy. I never saw that one.
It was
I remember his,
hilarious.
one of the famous clips when he was playing Call of Duty. And then they were calling him all kinds of slurs. And then he started coming back with a crazy like a kill streak. I thought that was funny.
You know, now I can,
He's
you
like, I
know,
want it all.
no, in T-Pain's be like, hey man, I don't know what I did to you, but come on now.
This was pretty good. What? But
Like, he handles everything pretty well.
Mm.
he's hilarious. What's the
Like,
He's been
movie?
in
But
the
yeah, no.
business.
I've never really seen him get, at least not on stream. He never really gets angry. He's pretty chill.
I thought he said drunk. I was like, well, it's because that's not allowed. That's he was.
Yeah,
No,
nah. It's a
okay.
good thing.
Yeah, I
That's a
haven't seen
good
that.
thing. Yeah. I mean, on most parts, getting angry is kind of funny, depending on how angry you get.
Yeah, it's how you
but-
deal with it.
Isn't that one of the reasons that XQC got famous was smashing his desk?
Was
Is that what that
it?
was? That's
that-
why?
I thought it was the keyboard mess.
Should have
Just
smashed,
kidding.
should have smashed the
Joey
keyboard.
Hatch's disgusting keyboard.
Yeah, he should have smashed that keyboard and got a new one. But I mean, who knows?
Or was it the
Yeah,
the weird
go see something like that.
the weird bit where he was like, because that was really funny.
That like these sounds are just so common now. I don't know where they come from. Like I think it was one of the yos. It was like a scream or something. And I was like, wait, that's from 4chan? I don't know none of this stuff. I don't know where these things originate from. I just think if it's funny.
Yeah.
Like, random pipe falling. That's hilarious.
Random pipe falling.
Just some random ass pipe falling.
I think
It's so stupid.
XQC also got really big during the initial thing of Overwatch, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah.
Considering his icon is like Winston.
Hmm.
Okay, I see you.
It's interesting, like what their categories are like for this year and also last year, because it doesn't cover like every facet of like gaming like content and whatnot. Some of them are very specific too.
They go for like a chess. I guess like gamer
Chess became very
of
popular.
the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting.
So maybe that's why.
Respect that.
That's why there's not like a fighting game one.
Yeah, I was like, all right, y'all just don't want to. But then again, the community's always got some crazy mess happening on with it. I don't know if it has like that much of a draw anyway, really, compared to all the other games.
Oh my god, Lily Pichu
I think that's definitely what it is.
Oh, sorry, when I just looked at last year's like winner for best music streamer. It was actually Lily.
Lily Pichu won. Yeah, she won.
Really?
Over T-Pain, actually.
Oh, I mean, depends on what she did musically. I don't know what kind of. But that's the thing, though. I be seeing T-Pain for like other stuff aside from music, except for like when he wants to listen to people who want to submit their tracks and be like, "Check me out, T-Pain, haha," and he'll get like evaluations and stuff. But yeah. But other than that, for real, I don't know. I don't think he really does. Oh, right? I don't think he does. I don't think he does like a lot of music generally. He's a musician, like we know he does music.
I mean, he's very open about what happened. He just said he didn't. He just said, I just didn't make very smart choices.
Yeah.
That's a cool
thing.
He's incredibly open about that.
Yeah, some good stuff that he's doing. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me look at it actually, because I'm curious about like the Streamer Awards and their categories.
Yeah. I noticed that Pokemon is like somewhere like last year, but not this year. And I wonder if that's just simply because of Rising Stars showing up or some other third like factor.
I
mean,
no idea actually.
It might be because if they won last year, they don't want them to win twice in a row.
Yeah.
That would explain why Shroud is not in best FPS streamer, considering he is legitimately the best FPS streamer.
Wait, hold on.
That could also be a thing.
Wait, hold on. No, hold on. This is another thing that Senna broke down. That was interesting as far as like garnering being a nominee. It's within that specific year. So what I understand for Shroud is that he's probably the most skillful, right? And he has a big crowd of everything.
There's literally no one that is better than him at shooters.
Okay.
But that's not the case of what they're asking for. What they're asking for is like within that year. Within that year of how much he was able to expand and like get a little bit more reach to other people. Because I've heard of Shroud before, but even then, I've never really watched this stuff, right? But that's just me. But what I'm saying is, in terms of like that reach, you can be the most skillful in everything. I want to say that who's the most who's the most watched streamer? Like, I don't know who has that going on for themselves, but in terms of how you would see like how much growth and how much different shit happened within that year. Like how much were you on like everybody's radar that
Maybe.
specific year? Because I think from what I'm hearing with Shroud, he's consistently like he's maintained his consistent point as the best FPS player, right? But
Oh yeah.
does he
So
do
you just
anything
looking at that man play, it's like, God.
All right, thank you,
has
Mark.
he done anything?
Well, bro, he don't
Has he
miss.
done anything?
Yeah, I see. I see your admiration like flooding.
Well, I'm just saying this as a person because I hadn't watched him play until one day I was like, okay, let me see this guy play. So I see him play Apex. Holy fuck.
Uh-huh. Anyway, yeah. Basically, whoever's done like something more astounding that year. I guess these people have. And also, if I would just want to be a little bit more like, I want to say like realistic, it's just whoever got the most votes. That's probably what it would be.
Probably do. Because
Yeah, 'cause that's
they have to
something.
be nominated too.
Yeah, so that might be it. Really, not a lot of people voted for Shroud. Okay.
Days are numbered, old man.
What? But hold on, let me check.
The time is now.
The time is
Less
now.
than 100 average views. Next one, see. All these people, I know none of these people, and it's gonna be interesting to see what they got going for themselves. Then on the real, I mean,
the Rising Star Award.
I would say,
They got a
not saying, not
Star
saying
Award.
win,
There's Alex.
right? Not saying win, but if we ever do, because I'm trying to think of how I would feel. Because most of the time, I really don't care for award shows. But if someone were to approach us for making some kind of
something.
wait, we would either be Hidden Gem or Hidden Gem or the other one.
Well, I do see best content organization. Sounds
Yeah,
like
for me, that's between V Shoujo and offline TV.
okay. So wait, what's OTT? What's OTK then?
OTK is Mizkif's crew.
Is that branched off from offline TV, or is that separated completely?
Those are completely separate entities.
Huh.
No, they're separate. Yeah, he was just saying out of his two,
Okay.
he would pick V JoJo. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Just need to clarify that.
But I mean, hey, man. It really is just like how much people, how much these creators or streamers or whatever were on people's radars. I think that's the best way of seeing this voting. That way, was able to sway some type of some type of audience to vote for them like that. That would probably be the best thing to think about. So wait, did he? Oh, hey, Dante's cool people.
Oh, Dante's streaming.
Yeah, just, all these people. Yeah, I don't know these people. Anyway, but because I was trying to think if we ever were to get approached, because I mean, potential. If we ever to get approached,
you shouldn't. Go ahead.
Pulling the Jay-Z dust his shoulders off. But also, if we were able to do something like that, it would be interesting. I'm trying to think. Honestly, I don't know. That means I don't know. Most of the people I would assume, right? I would assume a lot of these people probably asked, right? You know how they asked the audience to kind of like vote for me type thing.
Yeah,
Maybe they did that. Maybe
they were doing that.
Yeah, but I can't do that. I really can't. I don't think that's for me. To be honest, I was looking at like some of the categories and everything, like hidden gem and stuff like that. I would feel like that'd have been something we'd be able to do, right? But by the concept of that, if I'm a hidden gem to whatever particular community I'm in, I'd rather do that. More systems, it's not for me.
Not even
I
the artist
respect the
one.
accolade. I will respect the accolade. I don't know if I want to be in a. I don't know. I think I'm having a big issue with like having a spotlight that huge. Like, leave me alone. So just recognize what I'm able to do right now, and then support it from that way. The award system is kind of like a byproduct of showing like how much draw we would have. I'm talking out my ass. So I wonder if this is gonna actually cycle around. It's like, look at this big headed fuck. Like, I don't know. I think I have a lot of I have a lot of confidence in what we're able to do. That's what I say. But I mean, who knows, dog? We may not get shit. We may do. I don't know.
We'll just focus on what we do.
Yeah,
That's all
which
good.
is win. What?
What?
It's gonna well, it's gonna be some good stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a the worst systems. I was thinking about it because this and Crunchyrolls was happening, so I was like, you know what?
I see.
What's going on? Let's just talk about it.
Okay.
Let's discuss.
I'm glad you brought it up.
To be honest, yeah, because I think it's interesting to actually. I mean, from this, we could probably find out other people because I've never heard of some of these people, so it'll be nice to see the content.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially Rising Stars. I'm always a fan of like underdogs anyway. So Hidden Gem and Rising Stars was I was really looking around at. Then of course Souls like yeah.
That was a very specific one.
Yeah. Question.
Yeah.
I play Valorant.
Hmm. Do we play Valorant?
Have you ever played Valorant?
No, I try to like stay away from that.
Not really a Valorant player myself.
Make it sound so disgusting. Like, ugh.
Oh god.
Riot.
God following.
FPS?
Thank you. Iron Man, thank you.
He's looking at the FPS in Valorant. He's like, nah, that can't be me, dog. I don't want to play that.
Yeah, like when I saw Valorant for the first time, I was thinking to myself immediately, like, it's another one that's like popped up. So I'm just gonna leave that one alone.
That's actually pretty funny.
Nothing gets it personally, and not because of my own personal taste in FPS, which is very little.
Yeah, I don't have that much in the FPS either. You know what? Even if I end up, what am I trying to say? I know I can appreciate FPS. I don't see it like getting too much of a change on my feelings about it because I'll always play like platformers, adventure games.
Yeah.
So yeah, all the stuff I'm usually cool with the staple in, right? Aside from that, I can't really say what is it? Yeah, no, nothing too crazy. So hold on. I got curious. As it happened while I was talking. Did you guys notice that I had to like turn off my camera, turn it on and off again?
I didn't notice anything? No. Oh wait, was that like way back? Because that did happen.
Yeah, it was
that did happen.
15, 20 minutes. I don't know. But I was like, so I wanted to look at the stream. I'm like grainy. What's happening right now?
Yeah, you are kind of grainy. I wonder what's going on.
What did I do?
I don't know. I don't know. What did you do?
Dude, I don't know.
Oh, don't worry, Iron Man.
I was
see
over
you.
here working with it. Check it out. What did he say? Sir Einstein strongly disapproves Bohr's quantum theory of physics.
Thank you.
He knew he was wrong, but posed a special theory of relativity and grudge. Are you really dropping facts like that? Because first, it's interesting. And second, what I'm hearing is Einstein was just petty. That's funny. I'm still grainy. Fuck this news. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and jump into a different topic.
Oh yeah, you know what? It's the whole point of the entire. Well, it's the title of the stream too. Switch has turned 6 yesterday, actually. I can't believe it, dude. Like, I still remember the day that like it came out. Like, you were gone. You left for a little bit with, I think it was Nolan. And you guys came back to the house, and we were like, myself and Steven, we were waiting because ours were coming in like later on. Yeah, no, I didn't even have my receiver on Target like by then. It was probably like the day afterward. But yeah, then you like pulled up a couple of games here. What was it, Fast MRX or something like that? RMX?
Remix?
Yeah. It was wild.
Yeah. Dang. I'm trying to say. When it comes to the stuff that goes on with the Switch, one of the most invested consoles I've had. I mean, considering that I'm able to buy my own stuff for it. Oh man, such a cool console because first of all, the hybrid fucking concept in and of itself is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Have something like that on the go. I like the fact that it's becoming like a really good hub for like a lot of gamers. So
yeah,
especially for me, it would be what is it? Things going on with indies. Anything that supports indies, I'm down for. And the fact that we got collaborations with stuff like Limited Run and a bunch of other publishers, putting those games on and like giving them another chance of like kind of like garnering another crowd is cool. And with the fact that the Switch is also becoming like just a hub, uh, Phil said something like this. It's just like a hub of like everything Nintendo, like a really good like utilization of everything that we know Nintendo for, even to a
Yeah.
point where it shows like homage to like all the other consoles.
Right.
So the solid embodiment of all that. So it's pretty good. A pretty good console, man. I mean, what is it? Arms. Crazy that like it didn't get enough love that it needed, but it's a really good series. I think it was like a few months ago when I jumped back into it. It was one of my favorite games. I think as far as like my favorite game on the Switch, still holds to Breath of the Wild. Um, I'm thinking, who knows? I want to see if anything changes. I just like a lot of games in general. I'm cool with
Right.
whatever I'm able to, what I'm able to like.
Sorry.
There's some
Okay.
games that, there's some games that run well, and some that are kind of like pushing it. So
True.
I mean, that's you gotta have to. I respect that in and of itself. Anyway, so this console is really. I think like the only gripe that people could probably have with it, right, is there's some things that Nintendo kind of pulls, or I don't know, just based off of what I understand for people who are in the more in the know than I am. Some of the pull that it has with like how they price games are a little crazy.
Or maintain
How
it.
it's optimized. Yeah,
True.
right. How it's optimized when it's on that console, considering its specs and everything.
Yeah.
That could be a gripe, and that's understandable. It's a portable and a home console. So like,
Yeah.
unless you're on the home console, you can't get like the best output.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Uh, yeah, the battery life. I mean,
It is what it
for
is.
real. Yeah, and there's just a
Regular.
lot of things that I believe, from a business standpoint, they're gonna kind of hold out and see what they can like lend to the console bit by bit. There's a lot of things that people come up
They're just
with
gonna
that
need
would
to
be
get
good
an
ideas.
incredibly stronger dock.
A
Hmm.
stronger dock.
Yeah, if they could find a way to plug the console into the dock and then maybe put some type of processor or graphics card into the dock, they could probably enhance the power.
That's crazy. I was thinking about that as and I was talking. Like, how could they better it while keeping the form factor the same? I mean,
Yeah,
I think the technology is like same with like how phones like get better each year while still maintaining the same size relatively.
Maybe a
There's
little
technology
bigger.
for that, but you know, if they want to keep it
Sometimes
small and compact like the Switch, that's a
nanotech.
question. We
yeah,
just gotta be Tony Stark. Nanotech. Crazy, right?
would be pretty sick. But they do have a lot of they have a lot to work with now. Considering that it's been out for all this time, they'll be able to see how to enhance it while maintaining something that won't overbear it. I guess
I
because you
mean,
never
Yeah.
look
want
at
to
the
have a
Steam Deck.
console.
Right.
Yeah,
The
that's what
technology is
that's another
there
thing.
for sure.
There was a video I saw where somebody was just bashing the Switch, right? And I was like, you are we not understanding this? Like, don't get me wrong, everything they're saying is a logical point. Like, as
Mm.
far as like optimize and doing all this stuff out of entertainment, it really is just like, do you want to stick with Nintendo to support? Because they're not. First of all, this is just their first. This is like a unique console. Like the fact that the Switch is around, the Stream Deck is around. As far as I see it, it has like virtually the same like
Mm.
design philosophy. And that's because the Switch was around. They just looked at what the Switch had and then
Yeah.
built off of that.
The only problem is just that it
Um,
doesn't have like the detachable stuff, which is also a big thing to have to consider.
I
oh
I
wait, is
just think
that
that
it
the
doesn't?
Switch is
Yeah, the Steam Deck is just a whole unit.
it's a
So
legit
it's a
a tiny computer.
Switch. It's a
Yeah,
Switch Lite. Oh, okay.
kind
Oh no,
of.
it's not a Switch
Gotcha.
Lite.
Well, it's
If
a Switch
anything,
Lite in the ergonomics behind it, but it's also like
Yeah.
way
chunkier,
stronger.
chunkier.
Yeah. Okay.
The
It's
Yeah.
chunk.
essentially a mobile PC.
Yeah, actually, in every way. Yeah,
Hilarious. Yeah, because I was hearing everything about like emulators and stuff like that on there. You get to do that.
that's
I'm like,
wild.
wow,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say I
But
wouldn't
I'm
say
like,
it's a Switch Lite in that it's mobile only, but it's
yeah,
a whole nother beast in terms of what it can put out.
Yeah, so I don't know. To be honest, I could probably see it like that because what we would want now is to get like a Switch Pro or whatever people keep throwing around. They will want like a better version of the Switch coming out. So if
Hmm.
that's a good conversation to have, because to be honest, I don't know.
I think the Switch is coming
just
up
look
on
at
it's coming up on its last legs.
yeah, you will look
Which is
at what the
sad,
Stream Deck
but
does.
yeah.
You would do like a reverse thing, right? The Stream Deck saw what the Switch did and added to it. Now you would just look at what the Stream Deck does and see what the Switch Pro or is of course this next version would do in order to better itself.
But
Um,
that makes too much sense,
yeah,
Anaya.
Is
hold
Nintendo
on,
bringing
hold
it
on,
out?
hold on. But that's
All
what
right,
I'm
sorry.
saying.
Cooking, you're
That's
cooking.
what
I
I'm
see you.
saying. Like a lot of the things that people would stick around for the Switch for is because if you're a Nintendo fan, or like I'm trying to wonder about it in another beneficial way for developers or anything, right? Um, so with the Stream Deck, what I understand is that you can play higher performing games as far as like graphically speaking and everything, right?
We're just demanding.
Um, right, and then you have emulators, so you get to play other games that you otherwise wouldn't have. Uh, like there's no cartridge, like especially we're talking Nintendo games that aren't out yet or haven't gotten a remaster or a remake. I
Mm.
want that. Yeah. Um, what else? I think that's it. I don't know anything else about it. If it's basically a PC, I would have to think about it from a gaming angle. So if you just have a higher processing, like a higher processor, like a better hardware to play the game, then you would just need to make sure that it can handle any game it can. And with the emulator thing, you basically have a walking library with all that stuff going on. I guess what memory capacity? I guess it has more than whatever a Switch carries from base memory.
Yeah, base memory. Yeah, I think it's a little higher.
And honestly, it could
It,
probably run a lot of Switch games better than the Switch can.
exactly right.
Probably.
Yeah, right. Like its hardware is what the Switch was missing. And then also, what was I going to say? I guess you can expand on the memory. Or cloud?
Yeah.
Is there a cloud for it? You could just do it micro SD card, something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
So that in and of itself is another deal. And you just hopefully the Switch has to do something, either match it or go a little beyond it. But then also
Also maintaining a lot of
business.
stuff, I think.
It's a business. Like that's why I usually think about it whenever it comes to all this stuff that's going on. They have to make sure it's possible to always get, you know, always get revenue coming in. Because say if we got everything we wanted, what's the point of buying any more things that come out unless it's new? With an emulator, like why would I need to get a remaster or like remakes would be cool, but why would I need to get a remaster when I could just play the original game itself on this Stream Deck? That's unless there's some kind of money system behind it. I don't know.
Especially when you play on an emulator, you're playing for free.
Basically, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, why would you
Granted,
need to
it's not
buy
the most
anything
legal
else?
of things, but
Yeah,
Granted, it is far beyond the most legal things.
yeah, and yet, all these hoes keep highlighting it as a good feature for it. So that's them. I don't know. I won't. I'm not
I
doing no emulator now.
That's
mean,
definitely a topic to tackle.
I'm just
Yeah, I mean,
saying that Nintendo does not do the best when it comes to stopping piracy. If anything, they encourage it.
do they?
Yeah, just simply because they don't follow through and like putting like some games onto, granted not everything, because we see like what they're doing with Switch Online, and I think that's a whole infrastructure that they're working on. But in the past,
Yeah.
for sure, they weren't really keen, especially even though they had Switch Online, they also had the virtual console, which was like the solution. They did away with that one
Now they're
for
drip
something
feeding
else.
and now they're drip feeding it back to you.
Yeah, they're slowly dripping it away for more money. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's where it all leads to. It all leads to whatever is the most lucrative.
Right.
And that's understandable because at the end of the day, it's a company.
It's a
Right.
business.
That's why Pokemon Company hasn't like released anything as far as like the OG games onto Switch Online, because that's too easy. That's way too easy.
Yeah, they like do it at a slower pace. That's what I figure. I always think like the best way to do everything as far as like a long name stay like Nintendo is hold on to the things they know will be a moneymaker. Just do it when they feel is right.
Especially their IPs.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, hey, where is Wind Waker HD? Oh, now let me
Oh.
give it. in the nonsense.
Of course, they can go. They can go like the goated route and do like Metroid Prime Remaster, which looks super good, and place that as $40. That's like the best option. But they probably won't.
Didn't they just do that?
Well, no, they had. Well, if we're talking about other IPs, like Metroid's actually done it, but like things like Skyward Sword HD was like a full $60.
To Zelda.
Oh, yeah.
It's true. That's true.
Yeah, and yeah, I think like Metroid isn't like it's a namestay, but not a lot of people.
It's a big IP, like, but maybe not as big.
Yeah, so I think we're really just focusing on that from what's like what they can add to you to funnel in more into the console whenever they upgrade it to whatever version they'll call it. Who knows what it's going to be called? I don't know what it's going to be. Switch Pro is the most easy name, but watch them come out of nowhere and get you with some nonsense like what they did with the Nintendo GameCube. I think it was supposed to be called like Project Dolphin, but then out of nowhere or was that Wii? It was one of the consoles. I forgot which one it was.
I think you mean NX.
Like, X.
NX.
Was it NX that was for the Wii or the GameCube?
The one the emulator that runs all the Wii games is the Dolphin emulator. It runs all the Wii games and the GameCube games. It's called Dolphin, so that makes sense if the project was called that before.
That was like a random name. Like I don't know if first of all, Dolphin. I wonder what the theme behind that was, but yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff that they could come up with. So who knows, man? There's a lot of potential.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm enjoying my Switch.
Sure.
It's a day one original version. I'm enjoying it.
That's the greatest thing about it too.
Got a little chip damage.
Oh.
Did those Joy-Cons hold up?
Yeah, good question. Did they?
Oh, the original ones? No.
There it is.
Oh.
We got them.
Oh, they're gone. They're gone.
I already buried them.
I don't remember what they look like. They're out of the picture.
You didn't get repaired?
You don't think about them during?
Yeah, but I'm playing Breath of the Wild. You weren't great. Like, it's crazy.
Mine are here, but they've both been replaced or repaired. Repaired.
Meanwhile, I'm still
repaired, yeah.
I got them fixed and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was too lazy, and then I won those other the Joy-Cons when we did
the tourney. Yeah. The Splatoon color ones.
Yeah. Still
those are
around.
nice.
And then I got some more. I got some more recently. I think it was the blue and orange combo.
Okay. Wait,
yeah.
is that the format one?
It definitely. We're seeing a lot less games releasing on the Switch now, and that's usually not a good sign.
That's definitely the turning point of which, yeah, it's reaching the end.
Oh wait,
I think
I was wondering about that. Like, I guess more or less is more of seeing the bigger, I guess, AAA. Because I'm usually sticking. Well, this is me because I like indies or whoever is willing to publish all these good games. Limited Run has been having a lot of stuff going through them through Switch. So it's like they're still having games, but I guess not in the AAA sense.
Oh no, it's not strong enough to run most AAA games.
Yeah.
And they have to compromise it or make it worse, the stream version.
Yeah, that's a unique one. I didn't.
And it doesn't run as smoothly as xCloud.
True.
Yeah, the cloud.
They don't have that type of technology there.
What was I gonna say? Really gotta change that. I'd rather them just stay in whatever lane they can work with. Because
which they did.
I've always right. I'm always thinking of just whatever works for what you're putting out. Nintendo gets this hybrid console. Just work with it, see what you can, manage, right? Because to be honest, it would be nice to have games on the go. But if there's certain games that demand a lot, I'm not gonna expect a lot from when it's handheld.
Yeah.
No, because I mean, I think about it. I remember. Yeah, I remember. Oh, does it, Mark? Oh, can it?
It can.
Yeah. Oh, well, dang, man. What? You want to tell me some more shocking news, buddy?
I'm just saying. I mean,
can the Stream Deck detaches? Can the Stream Deck detaches handles?
I mean,
cannot do that.
Anyway, so what I'm going for
if you're brave enough.
All I'm saying is, it can be done.
Yeah. Talking about that. also, I would think probably with whatever they can use. So back to what I was thinking before, they're just gonna probably look at the Stream Deck and see what it did before, and kind of just based off of. I was like, "Hey man, how you do that, dog?" And like kind of nudge them and see what they did to kind of boost it up as far as like
How you do that?
capabilities.
How do you
Yeah,
do
right.
that? Nudge, nudge.
No, yeah, right. They kind of nudge and be like, "Hey, yo, you basically just you bit my fit, bro. So you gotta give me
You
some
bit
tips.
my
What's up with the
fit.
yeah? Like, what is the inner workings, and then we can just work that out. And yeah,
But
they can just
quick,
stay in their own
buy
lane.
one. Get the Nintendo Ninjas to do an autopsy.
It would be funny. It was like we can rebuild it, and then they just kind of $6 billion man that shit.
Reverse engineer.
I mean, from
Would
the
be
ground up,
interesting.
really.
Yeah, but also like yeah, man. I'm thinking
Yeah,
for video games, the fact that the Switch is showing a lot of love to indies. That's my selling point. A lot of games
Continue
that
to
are
do that.
getting a
That's
little bit more
perfectly
time.
fine. But it's just that while
Yeah,
it's giving all the love to indies, it is at the end of the day, it is still lacking to compete in the modern day market in terms of the quality.
yeah, because
it's like
we have to consider the entire demographic.
yeah, but hey man, but are we considering it just for the fact that going from a competitive standpoint? Because like they're doing well either way though.
They are. Don't
They
get me
have,
wrong. Their money is fine. What I'm simply just
Mhm.
talking about in terms of take it like this. The Switch is known for innovation and just the ease and just the convenience that it can provide.
True. Yeah.
However,
Demo.
it is not known for being a machine that can run things very well.
Mm-hmm. Which is
Like
a focus on the other consoles.
Mortal Kombat 11 melted that thing.
Sounds funny. Um, yeah,
Granted,
they
that's an
should.
optimization issue, but
Yeah,
it does go to show that the Switch is limited.
yeah. But maybe it's just me, but like, look at it. Like, what the fuck?
Look at it.
Look at it. They expecting this thing to kind of like power out for like Well, then again, we keep saying Stream Deck, but remember, just look at it. Stream Deck is chunky. That means something's going on in there. Switch is like, it's thin enough. It's
It's a
thin in there, and
paperweight.
also considering like it's the first of its kind, really. There's gonna be like some trial and error. Like through these 6 years, just seeing what they did wrong. I'm hoping they're gonna optimize it later on. Like they tried to do with what is it? The
The Wii U?
Switch was it again? The Switch, the white one. White one called
You talking about the
Oh,
OLED?
the OLED?
OLED. Yeah. So
Which is a good touch.
it's a
It's a good
little
touch.
bit. It's
I'm
a
looking at it
little
right
bit
now.
bigger. It's a little
All
bit
that it,
bigger,
but isn't
and,
all that it really
and it's
didn't all that it really do was give you a better screen,
uh,
a bigger screen, B a little bit more memory, and C an Ethernet port.
Well,
oh
yeah.
no, not. I'm talking about like just the fact that it's able to run handheld at a more better rate. So
Wait.
they're stepping into seeing what they're able to do. Yeah, I think was it the 720p limitation of a original model? You don't deal with that anymore. I think you get like more quality. I think it's 1080p.
No, it's actually the same.
Really?
Is this true? Like, here's the thing:
Dang.
the dock
It just looked
does,
crisp.
the OLED does a lot for the colors, which is really good. So the thing is that as far as like output, the dock apparently can do 4K, but the Switch itself limits it to 1080 output, like on
How?
dock.
How?
Wait, isn't that what I just said then? So it's
How-
1080
How is the dock
on
capable of?
hand?
No. Like the handheld is 720, but the output when docked is 1080.
But it's capable of going 4K.
Supposedly,
Oh.
yes. I think it was
Okay, so hold
proven.
on. The original one isn't able to do that?
The original one's pretty much the same thing. Like
It's like 1080 docked?
1080 docked, yeah, and 720 like
Oh,
handheld.
okay. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Okay.
Okay.
Wait, that's tough. I mean, hey,
Which is why the original Switch is perfect.
Just
Yeah,
the fact
that
that
is,
the dock is limited in the sense of it's capable of running 4K, but it just doesn't.
Yeah, you might want to fact check
Really?
that too, because that was like a reading like a while back about the OLED.
Because could you imagine the capability is there, they just didn't implement it.
Yeah, it's just
I mean,
because of
yeah.
that hardware. Yeah,
It's like,
Yeah,
oh, it
who
could.
knows at this point?
It's just not.
we're not quite there yet, but it can do it. Like if it's an HDMI like 2.1, then yeah, it could do it.
Then shoot, man, it is what it is at this point. 'Cause,
I mean, it's plus I will say that I do think more power could help with a lot of the technical difficulties the games have been
pretty
having.
sure, yeah, I'm
Just
pretty sure
performance
they
wise.
have to go for it. They have to go
Like,
for it at this point.
don't get me wrong, you can make the argument that optimization can change a lot. Like, look at Monster Hunter Rise; it runs amazing,
It's good.
and
Yeah.
because it was optimized for the Switch completely.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense. You can make that argument, absolutely. But I feel that a little bit more power could definitely also do the trick.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. But you know what? I really think they need to stick in their lane, considering what they're working with. Um, Handheld is going to cut the hardware significantly. Then
That's
again,
why
I
I
know
think that the secret lies in the dock.
Yeah,
handheld one.
or both. But like,
Because to be
yeah, I
honest,
can start seeing the dock though.
oh, what you guys said earlier makes a lot of sense. Like adding something to the dock to where it can boost its power. Fucking,
Usually,
I feel like that's a done deal. Like Nintendo, get on it. Stop fucking around. But also, it's just like you need to work on both ends.
I guess in that sense, you would pretty much just make the entire dock a motherboard. While
true.
Actually, no, you'd make the entire dock a graphics card, while the Switch itself is just the motherboard.
Makes sense.
Boy, I think the question should be like, how do we output a lot while still maintaining like the nature of the Switch, but also get more money for it? A whole new dock? Maybe.
I am not at all a tech expert, but just in terms of what sounds good,
Sure.
Is there a way that we could implement that aspect that we're thinking, which is finding a way to have the Switch's graphics boosted through some implementation of the dock? Basically taking what could be probably I'd imagine the next model would probably be somewhere in the 1080 range. You just need the dock to update it to 4K.
Well, this kind of reminds me of the development for Horizon Zero Dawn, and I'm talking about like the first game. For what I understand is that the game, whether it be 4K or 6K, they took like the development of that game and downscaled it before they released it out, so it looks a lot cleaner. Kind of translating into other things like games that have like an uncapped frame rate where like it just fluctuates. Means that you can't reach that higher like scale as long as the game and the hardware can perform that and maintain it. So the thing is, like when I look at like something like Breath of the Wild, which has like an uncapped frame rate, but the thing is, I don't know if they developed that game in 4K or not, or like they just like plainly just had that for like 1080p purposes only, or lower.
They developed it for the Wii U, so I think like they were limited, right? So
Yeah.
the way that they're going to develop
Yeah.
the new one is like based off the hardware that's stronger, which is the Switch. So hopefully,
Yeah.
they optimize better.
And to put it another way, Kirby in the Forgotten Land runs at a steady like 30 frames. People put that thing through Yuzu or one of the emulators for Switch and actually had it like at a steady like 60 frames per second. So that means it really could be the hardware or the dock type of technology can go into play and actually like bump that up if need be.
So they really are just going up for hardware. I don't know, man. To be honest, I'm kind of not surprised that people can find better options. It's just like this, you're basically given a foundation to work with, and if putting in enough time you can find all the things that are wrong with it or to improve on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just keep thinking it from like a company standpoint. They just needed to. They had an innovation that they wanted to work, and it was a good selling point. But also, uh,
Also holding
they
back
had to think
too.
about it.
As technology
Yeah,
moves forward, they have to move forward.
Like they were held back by trying to encompass every aspect of this product, which is I'm pretty sure all the legality and all the other clauses they got to work with. Who fucking knows? And then like the people who you're getting the hardware from, like how the production is going to stay steady. Who knows? They got to think about that, like all that stuff as well, while having like a decent, consistent output. As a product, you got to make sure there's like a steady pace of these coming in whenever you're going to need to sell them or whatever.
True.
Yeah, it's just think about it
A lot
like
to
a company.
consider.
Some of the stuff,
Oh.
all right. Thinking of it like a company makes a lot more sense. And then now that it's out to people who become fans of it or see the potential in it, they give their 2 cents. They'll take that into consideration, but they'll take it into consideration to where they meet in the middle to still get money out of it. Oh, I mean, hey, man.
Whatever works.
And
Ultimately.
then now Nintendo is the publisher for Bayonetta, so we have to support it.
Yeah.
Like, why would you not? A problem with witches?
I don't
I don't want to hear that shit. Anyway, but yeah, you know what I mean? Anywho, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. We're trying to work on other stuff. I kind of like tuned out like any Switch topic, like as far as like its run. I probably should do that more because I was like, man, I didn't even think about my favorite Switch like, top 10 or whatever
really?
Switch games. I was just like, all right, Breath of the Wild, top, still my favorite. Is it gonna change? Well, let's see what happens. But what else?
Right under that is Timberman versus.
Yeah, bro, that's such a good game. Like, it's such a solid arcade game. It's great.
It's like $2.
Why would you like? You just chill, and I had the best time when I'm bored as hell. I'm just be like, man, I feel like getting a high score. Get Obama and chop this tree down. It's great. I say that in a phrase in another game. You can't say that about Ratchet and Clank. It's wild.
It's true.
Bomna. Anyway, but yeah, it's good stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting because not to like kind of prolong like that topic or that line of like thinking, but games like God of War Ragnarok or just any other like really big hitter for a platform does have like a level of appeal to the console, like ultimately for like the masses because of just like how almost like movie like it is, like of that tier of that quality. Not to say that that's the big end all be all like debate as far as like what deems a good game, because the Switch is very successful for that. But yeah, I think with Nintendo they like to try to balance out like what they could do, what they could get away with, and how can they like keep that so that they're forever funded by it. So like I mean I almost like I feel like Nintendo can like finally output like a 4K console, and they probably could. But what if we could just put it up to 2K and that's it? What if?
I mean, let's see what happens though. I already said my piece about all them K's.
All them Ks.
Fine.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. But, really, I like waiting. I like waiting to see what happens.
Yeah.
In terms of this topic,
Especially.
Things can go anywhere when it comes to hardware from somebody, from a company trying to maintain whatever profit they can get out of it. Who knows, man? They kind of come up with some crazy stuff sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Pokemon Sleep?
Yeah.
Pokemon Schlit.
It's not even a Switch game.
It's not.
On my iOS. That was ridiculous. The Play Store for my Android, but I don't know. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think of other stuff as far as I got. So I was looking back at the stream and it said, 6 years of Switch. I was like, oh shit, no Switch topics.
Yeah.
Rambo. Anything else about the Switch y'all gotta talk about? You guys want to talk about even the Pro controllers can have drift? It's crazy.
It's true. I've had to get mine like replaced as well,
Yeah.
which works. It's not as free as the Joy-Cons.
Oh yeah, that would be nice if they were free too. But you're like,
Yeah,
oh, that's a chunky one. Pay like $20 or something.
something like that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because like I like the Switch for what it does, even though like for my personal lifestyle, it doesn't really do a lot of handheld like work. It usually just stays on the dock.
Yeah.
But I just like that. That's the flexibility of the console. It works for everybody's lifestyle. So I mean, like Phil's one like who advocates for handheld because he just takes it to work and plays it on his off time. So it's like it's perfect for him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And not
Cool.
to mention like it also carries a lot of prestige of the other like first party like games for sure. Um, and honestly, like a lot of people, it just kind of shows that a lot of people don't really want, or at least maybe I don't know, like the demographics like expansive, but some people are just totally okay with just having like less output than like say the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series consoles, and you know that's fine too. So it's just like there's a demand for everything for sure, and Nintendo has
Yeah,
like this idea in mind for all that.
yeah. I always figured it's just better to lead with understanding that it's the fact that that it's a hybrid trying to work in different facets. So if there's a limitation to one because of something like that, so like if there's a limit to the highest output it can get on the dock because of its handheld capabilities, and it's just a little bit of an L we're gonna have to roll with because it's the worst it is. Like this is probably gonna be the worst it is right now unless they really jack up with the new models. I don't know. I don't know how you can, but
Mm-hmm.
it seems like that's something they're going for. Yeah, improving the dock is a good start. That'd be great. I mean, what was it? Whatever the dock has in it right now, the fact that it gives like a higher output when you put the Switch on the dock to play other games, and you don't get like there's some games that get like lower frame rate. I'm sure.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like there's already something with it. They have the foundation. It's a good foundation to improve on.
Mm.
Just like, wait, wait, wait. Yeah, that's it.
No, I feel it. I feel it. I feel it.
The waiting game.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it now. I will say, as a last thing, because it's 6 years on Switch, like it's because that they are working with a limited console that hasn't really. I mean, there's ways that they've like released games that are a little bit more demanding for it, and they've optimized it very well. And I think Monster Hunter is like one of the perfect examples. Games like Breath of the Wild still hold up incredibly well despite the 6 years.
Great.
Yeah, so it's just like it's just one of the things where you can continue to recommend the same games over the course of 6 years, and you'd totally be okay as far as like the appeal on that, while also supporting like the live service stuff to bring in old games in. Now, granted, that's popping up as snail's pace, but still.
Oh yeah, it's happening in every market, I believe. Yeah,
Mm.
pretty much every demographic can enjoy the Switch. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people who still enjoy the Switch.
Yeah.
There was a point where I brought my Switch to work, and some of the people thought it was cool. I don't see a lot of people at work who play video games, so the ones who I do talk to it about, not too bad. But I think a good couple of coworkers have Switches.
Mm.
But they do play. Like one of them was bringing up the was it the new Mario Strikers game?
Oh.
All the DLC and stuff is really cool. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely versatile enough to reach a lot of different people.
Mm-hmm.
On the improvement of hardware that everybody would be compared.
I want like a Switch sandwich. I want the Switch Club.
I immediately thought of a sandwich, ice cream sandwich, shaped like a Switch, and that sounds amazing. But as far as like what you mean by that? What you mean by that? What do you mean?
No, like you remember the PlayStation like 4 versus the PlayStation 4 Pro? How it's just
Yeah.
like it's just a club sandwich. Well, imagine two
Okay.
switches imagine two switches and they're together like this, and that's just the console. It's just heavier. Brilliant, I know.
It's just a
Applause.
big old tap.
Essentially, they can, like, I could see it as far as like them just making it bigger, maybe more ergonomic to feel. Like the Joy Cons are a little bit more like grip like, but they can still detach. The technology is there.
Yeah.
I have a thing that's like attach only, but it's ergonomically more sound. But they do detach too. So
Okay.
I think we're starting to see things, and I think Nintendo's taking notes. So they'll figure something out.
Okay. That's not bad. Man, yo, I've been yawning all day.
Just don't anticipate it though.
Yeah, I keep my expectations moderate on most things.
Hmm.
But yeah, waiting game, buddies. Waiting games. It's been a decent good. It's been a decent good. It's been a pretty good 6 years, all things considered.
Yeah.
At least for me.
I've been down with it too.
I appreciate Limited Run, really. Them dudes.
Yeah, seriously, actually. Otherwise, there's a
Because-
lot of digital
yeah.
stuff that fills up your SD card, but
Yeah, that's really like a icing on the cake for me. It's a better part of the argument where the fact that the location,
the location.
yeah, no, like people who are able to put all this stuff out there, was it Limited Run?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm cool with it. Like the fact that they let all these indies become physical, and you're able to limit how much space it takes from the physical cartridge. That's what I appreciate about it. So I get to see, first of all, box art, because I like box art.
Yeah, I'm starting to like that too a lot.
But then it's like it's a practical benefit of saving you space for a game you bought.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, why not? I mean, yeah, man, not bad at all. Ugh.
Alrighty.
About to be playing. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing Breath of the Wild pretty soon again, so it's all good.
Yeah, and I'm currently playing through Octopath 2, which is really good.
Oh.
It's also on PlayStation, and believe me when you see like the frame rate difference, it makes the difference. Like it's so clean.
Lord.
But I'm also used to like Octopath on Switch, so I can do that. My Steelbook actually came in today. I have it right here, and like it's super nice, especially since the cover art is a little bit darker to see. But the thing is that the funny story is that I was heading out to meet up with you for the movie or the theatrical release of Demon Slayer, and as soon as I was driving out, I get like a phone notification saying that it's on the way, it's arriving soon, and I knew that my folks were going out to do some grocery shopping, so I was like, oh, no one's gonna be at the house. So
Man,
had to
gotta
trust,
meet up with the delivery man.
I had to trust the neighborhood just to make sure that no one tries something funny. So thankfully, we good.
Yeah, good stuff. Love to see it. I love that sense of community.
As in, don't look over here.
Yeah, right. Strange. Yeah, I think keeping my hopes out.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, another thing, kind of shot in the dark. I hope they do, and we bring it up sometimes. For the Switch, just give us just give us some F-Zero, like just for the heck of it,
Oh
right?
my god!
Wouldn't that be cool? Like they already gave us an idea of how F-Zero game would be kind of like with Fast Remix.
Mhm.
So just run it, run it, run it.
Just run it.
I want to see what's his face, Samurai Goro and all. Where big
Mm.
dude, he's one of the trophies in Smash. But yeah, that'd be great.
And maybe see what Star Fox has got in the tuck. That'd be great.
I hope so.
They could really make it work.
It was like, I forgot the name of that game he was in.
Oh,
yeah, just a lot of-
Starlink.
Oh, it was Starlink. Oh, okay. I was thinking that, but I was like, isn't that a GPS system in my car?
Probably
I don't know
that
if I'm
too.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds so off. Yeah, man.
Alrighty. I think.
Next one.
Yeah, here's another year. We still got
yeah.
we still got not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. So I'm really curious to see like what they make different. If there's any performance changes or anything, it'll be interesting to see that.
Somebody brought up an interesting point where they're like, Oh, it was a really good friend of mine I know off stream. Mentioned like the whole durability thing.
Oh.
Would it be something they get rid of? I wonder. Would be cool, but I wonder because I would love to not have that. But another thing. That's the one that really stuck out to me.
Mm-hmm.
But oh hell, just like the quality of everything in that open world because it's kind of vast. But I kind of feel like that's the tone that it's setting for you anyway. So who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how much they're gonna like flesh it out and give it some more to offer you.
Because it's no longer the wilderness anymore. It's kind of well known.
Yeah, because I don't know what like I'm about to see where it's coming from again because like the growth of it is like they're still finding whatever the hell else to do because the story affects everything around it as far as like thematically going, right?
Yeah.
Or I mean like environmentally. Because like the environment of the game was because of a war-torn thing going on for 100 years. So now they're still building off of whatever happened. Who knows how many years gone by? I don't know. But yeah, we just gotta see that in action. And I'm super curious.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty, I guess without further ado, I think we're good to call. So, alrighty, guys. In that case, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for this episode of DangIT Prodcast. It's been episode 449. My name is Justin.
Aniyah.
And thanks for watching. #bye, everybody.